Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to learn about Boolean algebra. So let's get started. Boolean algebra is a mathematical system for the binary logic, and we know that binary logic has only the values 0 and 1. This Boolean algebra can be used to describe the digital circuits. We have certain rules and theorems for the Boolean algebra that would help you to minimize the logic circuits. So the first rule is based on the NOT gate, we have double complement of a variable will be equal to the variable itself. Based on the AND gate, we have the next set of rules. If any one of the input of the AND gate is 0, the answer is also 0, and in all the rest cases the answer is the element itself. Based on the NOT gate, we have the next set of rules which says that if any one of the input is 1, then the output is also 1. Rest in all the cases, the output is the element itself. Based on the XOR gate, we have the set of rule which says that whenever both the inputs are same, then the output is 0. Whenever they are different, the output is 1. Whenever one of the input is 0, the XOR gate behaves like a buffer and gives you the element itself. Whenever one of the input is 1, then it will behave like an inverter and the output is the complement of the input. Then we have the XNOR gate which behaves opposite to XOR. So when the inputs are same, the output is 1. Whenever they are different, the output is 0. Whenever one of the input is 0, it behaves like an inverter, and when one of the input is 1, it behaves like a buffer. Then we have a set of theorems for the Boolean algebra which are very useful. We have the first theorem which is called the transposition theorem. This is explained over here. We have the expression a plus b dot with a plus c is equal to a plus bc. Now what you need to notice is that this element should be the same. Whenever you come across such expression, you can write it as a plus bc. The opposite of the transposition theorem is called the distribution theorem, and it says that a plus bc can be expanded as a plus b dot with a plus c. Then we have the next set of theorem which is called the De Morgan laws. This is very important. There are two set of laws in this. We have the first thing, a plus b plus c up till n number of terms whole complement will be equal to a complement dot b complement dot c complement up till n bar. Similarly, the second statement says that a dot b dot c dot n whole complement. So this is true for n number of terms. It is equivalent to a bar plus b bar plus c bar up till n bar. Then we have, using these Boolean laws and theorems, you can minimize the digital circuits, and minimization would help you to reduce the number of logic gates which are required for designing that circuit. So we'll see quickly certain examples for minimization. The first example is, as you see, we need to minimize AB plus AB bar. Now in this, first thing that we try to do is take the common variables. Now we see that in both the terms we have a common, so we'll take a common, and in the bracket we have b plus b bar. Now as per the laws of the OR gate, we know that this expression will give you the output that is 1. Now we have a dot 1, which is, as per the AND gate, the answer should be a. So hence this expression reduces to a. Then we have the next example which says that if you need to simplify AB plus AB bar C plus AB bar C bar. Again, we first try to look for the common variables. So we see in the second and the third term we can take AB bar common. So we have C plus C bar in the bracket, which becomes 1. Then AB bar dot 1 is actually AB bar, and now this reduces to the previous question that we just solved, and we know that the answer is going to be A. So hence this expression also simplifies to A. Then we have another expression which is a longer one. As you see, you have two terms in different brackets, a plus b dot with a plus b bar, and then in the other bracket we have a bar plus b dot with a bar plus b bar. Now if you notice, there is one theorem which is applicable over here, which is the transposition theorem, because I can see a common in these two terms and I can see a bar common in these two terms. So when I apply the transposition theorem, which was this, that if I have a plus b dot with a plus c, I can write it like a plus bc. So I apply this over here and I get a plus b bar for the first bracket and then a bar plus b bar for the second bracket. Now we know that b dot b bar is equal to 0. So over here in both the cases we have 0, and then we come to a dot a bar, which is also equal to 0. So this complete expression minimizes to 0. Then we have another example which says that a plus a bar b. Now at the first glance we can see that maybe we are not able to minimize it further, but see, you can apply the distribution theorem over here, and when you apply distribution theorem it says that a plus bc can be written as a plus b dot with a plus c. So this expression is written as a plus a bar dot with a plus b. Now over here a plus a bar becomes 1. So you have 1 dot a plus b, which is equal to a plus b. So with the help of the distribution theorem, you are able to reduce this expression. Then we have another example which says that let's say we have a b c bar plus a b c plus a bar b c. Again, when we look at the first instance, maybe we can just see that we can take a b common from the first two terms, but we have a trick for you, that sometimes it might be required that you need to write down one term more than one number of times. So if I write the term ABC two number of times, I can take AB common between the first and the second term, and I can also take BC common between the second and the third term. So that's why I write ABC two times, and this will not affect the functionality of my circuit because I know A plus A is A. So even if you write the same term n number of times, it's not going to affect the functionality. So when we do that, we quickly take the common AB from the first two terms and BC from the second and the third term, and we get in the bracket C plus C bar, which is equal to 1, and A bar plus A, which is again equal to 1. So finally we come to the answer AB plus BC for this long expression. Then we come to the next example which says that we have a question AB plus A bar C plus BC. Now again, this is a little bit different how you minimize it. What we are doing in this is that we are trying to complete this term and we are trying to write down the missing variable, that is A over here, in this form A plus A bar, because we know that this expression would result into 1. So even if we write it like this, it will not affect the functionality. Then we try to see that what it helps us is that when we do it in this way, we are able to take common terms. We can take AB common between the first and the third term and A bar C common between the second and the fourth term. After when we do this, we get in the bracket 1 plus C and 1 plus B, which reduces to 1 each of them, and then you are left with AB plus A bar C. So you can see that you are completely vanishing the third term, which is BC. This particular thing is actually a theorem which is called the consensus theorem. To identify that when you can apply the consensus theorem, you need to see 3 points. First, there should be 3 variables. Yes, in our example, we have the 3 variables A, B and C. Each of the variable must be used twice. We are using each of the variable 2 times, and only one of the variables should be complemented. In our case, A is the variable which is complemented. If the above 3 conditions are there in your expression, you can apply the consensus theorem, and the reduced answer would be all the terms that contain the complemented variable. So the complemented variable was A, so whichever terms have that variable A, they will be written in the answer. All the other terms will be removed. Now we try to solve certain questions based on the simplifications using the Boolean algebra. We have the first question which says that let us suppose we have an operator x star y which is defined as x bar plus y, and you are supposed to find out, let's say, z star with x, where z is equal to x star y. So let us see how we solve this. So we have z equal to x star with y, which is equal to x bar plus y, and we are supposed to find out z star with x. So we are just going to expand z and write instead of it x bar plus y star with x. Now we know the meaning of this star is the complement of the first variable plus the second. So we are going to take that my first variable is now actually this entire thing. So I'll say that this is equal to x bar plus y whole bar plus x. Now you need to apply the De Morgan's law over here, and remember the De Morgan's law that will be applied is a plus b whole bar is equal to a bar dot b bar. The De Morgan's law is true for any n number of terms. So when we apply the De Morgan's law, we'll say x bar bar dot with y bar. So we get a double complement for the x, and this double complement reduces to x itself as per the not law, and we have x y bar plus x. Now we can take x common from here. We have 1 plus y bar, and this will become x only, because we know as per the OR gate 1 plus y bar is equal to 1. So this is actually x dot 1, which is x only. So the answer is x. The password for opening this document is PY$312. Now we have the next question, which is we have to minimize the following two expressions, x plus y bar plus xy bar plus x bar whole bar. So let us start with this. X plus y bar plus with xy bar plus x bar whole bar. Now at the first place we can see that we can apply the transposition theorem because this term is common. So this can be written as x plus y dot with y bar. Then at the next place, if we see over here, we can apply the De Morgan's theorem, and we can say that this expression can be x y bar whole bar dot with x bar whole bar. Now when you again do it further, you have x plus 0, because this term reduces to 0, y dot y bar. And now we again apply De Morgan's to open this whole complement. So we have x bar plus with y double complement dot with x, because we know that double complement of a variable is the variable itself. So at the next stage we have x plus x bar plus y, because this is also double complement dot with x. Now you see that you can open up the brackets, and we have like this. Again we have the middle term reduces to 0, and now between this I can take x common, so I have 1 plus y, and now this reduces to x. So the answer to this question is x. Even at this stage you could have taken the variable x common, and we could have come up to the answer, that is x itself, and from here also we could have directly come over here. Now let's move to the third question. We have the expression a b c d plus a b c bar d bar plus a b c d bar plus a b c bar d plus a b c d e plus a b c bar d bar e bar plus a b c bar d e. Now this looks like a long expression, but you see that just by fetching the common variables we can quickly solve it. Now if you notice that in this term we have the common variable, that is a b c among these three terms, and in the next four terms I have a b c bar common. So with this thing that we notice, we can quickly solve this, and we are taking a b c common. So we get d plus d bar plus de, and in the second set we take a b c bar common. We get d bar plus d plus d bar e bar plus de. Now when you solve it further, you get that this is equal to a b c, d plus d bar is 1 plus de. Again at this side also we have the same scenario, d bar plus d is 1 plus d bar e bar plus de. Now, as per the OR gate laws, if any one of the input is 1, then your answer is also 1. So this term and this term both reduces to 1. So we have ABC dot with 1 plus AB C bar dot with 1. So this we can take AB common from these two terms. We have C plus C bar, which again becomes AB dot 1, which is equal to AB. So this complete expression reduces to AB. In this way, you can use the Boolean laws for the minimization of the logic circuits. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.